You know the feeling. You're staring at a screen, at a task, and it's just staring right back at you. There's zero energy, zero drive. That little voice pipes up, I'm just not inspired today. I'll do it later. We've all been there, right? But what if I told you that entire way of thinking is a trap? In this explainer, we are going to completely dismantle the myth of motivation and give you the tools to act, especially when you don't feel like it.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off right away. This statement, it might sting a little, but it cuts right to the heart of the problem. See, the life you actually want, that career change, the financial freedom, learning that new skill, it isn't built by waiting for some magical feeling of inspiration. Nope, it's built on something much tougher and way more reliable.
And this right here is the whole game. Motivation is passive. It's basically you sitting around waiting for lightning to strike. But discipline is active. It's the choice to get up and act no matter how you're feeling. Relying on motivation literally keeps you stuck, waiting for a magical moment that, let's be honest, might never even show up. Discipline, though, discipline creates its own momentum. The bottom line is this: if you can only act when you feel like it, you'll spend most of your life just waiting.
So why is it so damn hard to just do the work? Well, it's not just that you're lazy, it's actually biological. We need to talk about why your brain is actively fighting against you. And it all comes down to what's basically a chemical hostage situation.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Your phone is buzzing with notifications. There's a sugary snack calling your name from the kitchen. An entire season of a TV show is just one click away. We are living in a minefield of instant gratification, and it's constantly pushing us toward the easy path, that quick little hit of pleasure.
So every single time you give in to one of these easy pleasures, you're training your brain. You're teaching it to expect a reward with zero effort. And this constant drip, drip, drip of cheap dopamine makes your brain's receptors less sensitive. It's like they go deaf. So when it's time for real, difficult work, the kind that actually moves your life forward, your brain just doesn't respond. Why would it? It's been programmed to run from that kind of challenge.
Okay, let's make this personal. I'm going to ask you a few direct questions, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. First one, can you go to the bathroom without taking your phone with you?
Next up, can you sit down and eat a meal by yourself in total silence without putting on a video or listening to a podcast? Just you and your food. Can you do it?
And the last one, can you just sit still for 15 minutes doing absolutely nothing without your hand instinctively reaching for a screen? Now, if you answer no to any of these, this isn't a moral failing. It's not about you being a bad person. It just means your brain has been biologically wired for the easy path, for that quick hit. And that wiring is absolutely killing your ability to do hard work.
So how do we break this cycle? How do we retrain a brain that's literally addicted to ease? Well, we look to an ancient, incredibly powerful concept: duty. It's about doing what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, but simply because it is your duty to do it.
And listen, this isn't just some fluffy mindset shift. This is pure neuroscience. Every time you force yourself to act against that feeling of resistance, you are literally creating and strengthening new neural pathways. You are rewiring your brain. You see, if you repeatedly choose escape, you become a master of procrastination. But if you repeatedly choose action without motivation, you become strong. It's that simple.
And this is not some new idea. This is a timeless principle. The ancients knew it, and modern science is just now confirming it. Strong character isn't something you're born with. It's forged, piece by piece, every single time you choose duty over desire, action over apathy.
So what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, think about that person you admire, the one who made that huge career change or taught themselves a really valuable new skill. You think they felt inspired and motivated every single day? No way. They did it because they learned how to show up and do the work, especially on the days they felt tired or bored or completely overwhelmed. They learned to operate in discomfort. All right, we get the why. Now let's get into the how. It's time to move from theory to the actual battlefield of your daily life with some practical, actionable strategies you can use to build real discipline.
Your success for the entire day is often decided in the very first minute you're awake. The first battle isn't at the office or on your laptop. It's right there, in your head, between you and your own internal resistance. The rule is dead simple. When that alarm goes off, your feet hit the floor. That's it. End of story. There is absolutely no negotiation. No just 5 more minutes. The moment you start debating with yourself, you've already lost. That hesitation, that's the enemy of discipline. Action has to become an automatic reflex.
Look, you can't expect to be disciplined if your environment is actively working against you.
That's like trying to go on a diet with a fridge packed with junk food. You're setting yourself up to fail. So you have to create a trench, a physical space. Maybe it's your desk, maybe it's just a corner of a room where all distractions are gone. In that space, work is the only option available.
Our society is obsessed with this idea that everything should be easy and fun and frictionless. But that's a total lie. Meaningful work is often uncomfortable. It's tedious. It's heavy. We have to completely reframe this feeling of discomfort. It's not a signal to stop. It's a signal that you are growing. It is the friction that is required for you to evolve.
Okay, let's talk about one of the most common excuses for doing nothing. I just need to find my purpose first. This idea, this fantasy that you have to wait for some grand calling before you can commit to hard work, it's just a very sophisticated form of procrastination.
Let's be crystal clear about what purpose is not. It's not some hidden secret you're going to uncover on a mountaintop somewhere. It's not something you're going to find scrolling through pretty Instagram posts, and it is absolutely not a passive feeling you just wait around for. Purpose is an active structure that you build.
So forget searching. Your purpose, right here, right now, is simple. It's to be reliable for the people who depend on you, to be useful in your work, to be strong enough to handle your responsibilities. Purpose is action. It's found in the sweat of fulfilling your daily duties, not in some daydream.
So how do you start building this purpose brick by brick? You create what we'll call a secret routine. And don't try to be a hero overnight. Pick one small, manageable action. Maybe it's studying a new skill for 30 minutes, writing one page, whatever. And then you do it at the same time every single day. Consistency is infinitely more powerful than these occasional heroic bursts of effort. As we wrap this up, I really want you to think about the end game here. When you look back on your life, you are not going to be counting the number of days you felt motivated. You're going to look at what you actually built, the career you forged, the skills you mastered, the legacy you left behind. That is the fruit of discipline, not inspiration.
So it all comes down to this one choice. You can continue to wait for the right feeling and stay a slave to your moods and to procrastination. Or you can make the decision right now to become the kind of person who acts without the will, who chooses duty over delay, and who actually builds a life of substance. The choice is yours.